Viewers, our focus continues to be what's happening in West Asia. The war is continuing. The latest update has come from Iran. In fact, Iranian foreign minister has said that Iran is ready to facilitate the passage of Japanese vessels through the Strait of Hormuz, a key global artery for global energy shipments, and negotiations with Japan on the issue are underway. This is the latest update that we are getting for you. Shinjoy Chaudhary, my colleague, is now joining us on the broadcast this afternoon. Shinjoy, good afternoon. This is a big development. So simply put, the vessels that belong to Japan will get a free passage from the Strait of Hormuz.
Yes, this is a very important moment because Japan is an ally of the United States. And not only that, it desperately needs oil from the Straits of Hormuz, because 95% of Japan's oil needs, crude oil needs, according to President Trump, and he would probably know this, is from the Straits of Hormuz. So if Japanese vessels can go through, it's a huge plus for the Japanese. And surely this is a result of some deft diplomacy between the Japanese and the Iranians. There must have been, or there has been, bilateral talks at the foreign minister's level at least, which is why this has resulted. It's a big moment for Japan, and it's a big plus because this will also help to soften the oil prices, the oil markets, because this means that Japan does not have to go into the market to buy oil from other places. Naturally, then, this will reduce demand for oil in areas apart from Iran. Think of the world and think of Iran. So if you take out Iran, then the world is where the Japan would have gone for. Now that the oil is coming from Iran, Japan does not have to go to these countries, the other countries that might that produce oil, and say, can we have some?
Right.
So this will reduce demand in the world market, and it will probably, hopefully, help to soften prices.
And what's interesting, Shinjoy, is the fact that this development comes just few days after the Japanese Prime Minister had a meeting with US President Donald Trump. An excerpt from that meeting also, the Pearl Harbor remark that Trump made. That particular video is also now going viral all across social media. Stay on with us. There are more updates coming in as far as the story is concerned. What we have now learned is that even South Korea is in talks with Iran. South Korea is coordinating with Iran to normalize the shipping route through Strait of Hormuz. In fact, South Korea is speaking to several countries, including Iran, to ensure that key shipping route that passes through the Strait of Hormuz is normalized, even as West Asia conflict is poised to enter its fourth week. Let's go back to my colleague Shinjoy, who continues to be with us at this point in time. Shinjoy, now there are some developments with regard to the Strait of Hormuz emerging from South Korea as well. Tell us what exactly is the attempt by South Korea?
Well, South Korea wants to do another Japan. It wants to do exactly what the Japanese have done. Basically ensure that their vessels, and South Korea has a shipping fleet which is fairly enormous. They are very well known for their shipping. Now, South Korea wants to ensure that their ships, their merchant ships, their oil tankers go through the Straits of Hormuz in the same way that the Japanese have got a clearance. This will ensure closer ties between the two countries. And let's not forget that Seoul is also an ally of the Americans. Now, if the South Koreans can swing this, it's very good for them, because they don't have to go through the insecurity of waiting for oil and buying oil from the world market at higher prices. Again, this will do something to soften oil prices. So if that happens, it helps everybody, including India.
But do you think India is also probably in talks with Iran right now for a safe passage of all our ships that are still stranded there? There are about 22 of them that still remain around the Strait of Hormuz?
Well, 2 have gone through, and India would hope that more of these ships come through, and none of them are really targeted. So the Navy was told a long time ago to be on alert, to be on standby in case escort duties were necessary. Because the Indian Navy was told that, look, we
Right.
are not involved, so no one is going to interfere. But we'll have to see how this goes, because the Iranian foreign minister himself has said that friendly countries will not have a problem. So if the foreign minister of Iran says that friendly countries, including India, presumably will not have a problem,
Right.
then should India worry too much?
Right. Shanjoy, request